Okay, great. So the next question asks, actually, let me take you to the question. It just says, I mean, again, like I say, nothing. It's nothing different as to how we dealt with the individual when we were looking at. This says here. This is the second part because this is coming on the back of A. Calculate the gain if Mellon had received cash of 130 per share. So if you remember, we had that split where I've just talked about preference shares and ordinary shares. So instead of preference shares, we don't have, we have cash. As soon as we have cash, the gain realizes straight away. So it tells us that we get £1.30 per share. So these are the proceeds. I'll come back to that. The question is, what is the cost element? And we've already calculated this. We've done this when we did this split, if you like, here, where I did it based on value. Now, of course, ignore these figures. This was wrong. So this was 5297 when we redid this. Remember, the ratio was £1.30 to £2.55. So, in effect, instead of this time £2.55, I'd have £1.30 at the top over the whole thing, which is really the difference between this and this, isn't it? Because £1.30 over £3.85 times 7,998 gives us, very quickly, let's just do that. So I mean, I just want you to sort of make sure you're happy about what's going on conceptually, that we are just basically splitting up the existing shares into the new elements of the new instruments that we have. So we have 7998 minus 5297, which is 2701. So in effect, we now have something here that sits at value of 27 in terms of cost value 2701. And in effect, all I'm asking is, well, I have my proceeds of £1.30. I'm getting £1.30 for every share, so I have 4,000. So that in effect is £1.30 times 4,000. £1.30 times 4,000, which is 5,200. So I have 5,200, and I will deduct the 2701 to get the gain, right? So minus 2701, because you got cash, so that's 2499. 2499. Great. So let's look at the. Just take you to the answers, just to show you their layout, because the question does ask us to kind of keep the kind of see what's going on here. So you can see here that that's the 2701 in effect that I calculated out ultimately, which is where I'm getting to. I'm trying to get this. That's the 5297. Those are the ordinary shares, and these are the what were preference shares, but I'm getting cash in effect. So that's the base cost of that. And again, you would split it based on the cost. So this is the 6,000. It's just order, it's just keeping an order, right? And then you go that way. And then what did we do? So that's the 2701. Here you sold it for 5,200. That's the original cost, and that's the indexation, which is in effect these two things together are the 2701 really. And then you have your chargeable gain, as we have found, and that's all they really wanted us to do, to kind of show this split as we're going along. And well, these shares remain at that point as they were in the previous question. We just kind of hold them at 5297 and then wait for the next operative event and then act. Cool, great. And that's that. That ends that kind of example 5, and then we'll see in the final video for example 6.